Hi, welcome back to the series BizMom Business Setup. And in this video, I'm going to share how you can attract your first 10 customers. Today's task is simple. We are going to create your first sales focused campaign using your own network and simple systems without feeling pushed. You don't need to run ads. You just need a clear, intentional plan to help you get your first 10 customers that genuinely trust you. So grab out your notebook and pen and let's get started. The first step is to know what you are actually selling. Most people get stuck at this part, and that's when they start talking about the product. But honestly, it's not the product that you're selling because people don't buy products, they buy solutions. Back when I started, I used to think I used to sell skincare sets. But when I looked in deeper, talked to a few people, I realized that it's not a skincare set that they're looking for. Most moms want to buy a skincare routine or skincare ritual to get their self worth back. Postpartum, their skin changes a lot. They have a lot of skin issues. So they feel very disheartened with themselves and they don't like to look at themselves in the mirror. So purchasing a skincare set is actually giving them that self worth back and making them feel visible again. Once I understood that, things became easier for me. I started talking about that. People listened, and that's how my sales went high. Now, let's go through the first step of this campaign where we are going to find 10 customers for you. In your diary or your notepad or your notes app, wherever, just answer these three questions. Number one, what is that one product you will focus on in this campaign? So, I'm very sure you have many products in your portfolio. For a campaign to be successful, you just focus on one product. You can even make a bundle, but it's very, very essential that they have the same kind of theme so that your campaign runs successfully. Second thing that you have to write down is what problem will it solve? If it is a skincare set, what exactly the issues it will solve? So it will solve blemishes, discoloration, or the oiliness, it will give a matte look. Whatever it is, just jot it down. And the third and most essential question that you need to answer is, who is this going to help? If you are promoting a skincare routine for oily skin, of course, the people that you will target will be having oily skin. So you need to exactly know the kind of people you're going to target for this campaign. Once you have listed it down, we can now go on to step two. So now once you've done with the step one, we are ready for the step two, where we are going to talk to people you already know. And don't worry, I am not asking you to spam your friends and family. What I'm asking you to do is to connect with those who you already know so that it's easier to break the wall. The most difficult part of selling is finding a connection between you and your consumer. And sometimes doing that with a stranger becomes very complicated. When I started my business, my first 20 people that I talked to were from my phone book. They were my friends, my relatives, people that lived in the building with me. And even though I didn't know a few of them very intimately, I found the courage to actually go and talk to them or send them a small conversation opener sharing about my business or a product that I felt would benefit them. This builds up momentum, one name at a time. So let me give you a small task. Take out your diary, your notepad, your pen, open up your phone book, and list down 20 names that you are going to talk to today. These can be people who you have known before or the people you're currently working with. It can also be your mom, your sister. Just don't overthink. Write down a personalized message to each one of them, sharing about your business and the products that you think will help them. Trust me, this will help you bring that wall down and make you ready for the next conversations ahead. After step two, I'm sure you're now ready for your next step because without a structure, it is very difficult to run a campaign. The simplest way that I do it is choose 5 days in a month that I will commit myself to this business campaign. I would show up for the online messages that come up. I will be available for calls if required. I will be posting content consistently every day. And I'll be following up with any leads that are showing interest. I'll be available on all my social media channels so that I can amplify what I'm going to offer. Here is an easy way to do it. Find out 5 days in the month where you can spare 20 or 30 minutes every day and block those 20 to 30 minutes for this campaign. I know it's difficult, but once you've done that, you will be able to commit to the campaign really well because consistency is the only thing that is going to give you success. You might be wondering why only 5 days. It's because I am very sure you won't be able to give 20, 30 days to a campaign initially. Starting a business when you are a mom, you have to shift a lot of routines around your house. Committing yourself to 20 or 30 days is unrealistic. So instead of going for a big goal that you cannot achieve, for this tiny 5-day goal. And I'm sure you'll be able to commit yourself for 20 to 30 minutes every day and get your campaign up and running. Now let's talk about content strategy because of course you will need to post something in those 5 days. The content that you will make will be based on the questions you answered in the first step. During my first campaign, I had made 5 posts every day which talked about a relatable story, a testimony, my own results, and a final push. If you want to know what were the 5 posts, I have described them briefly in the description. You can go ahead and check them there. Whenever I do a 5-day campaign for the content, I make sure I write the scripts or content posts and the captions beforehand, before even sharing it online, sometimes even a month before. This helps me to get through the campaign easily without pressurizing myself for those 5 days. You too can do that. Just open your notes app, list down the 5 days that you're going to do, and write down what type of content you will share every day. So now your campaign is up and running and you are getting leads who are interested in your products, but you are still not getting sales. Well, that happened in my first campaign too. And I learned a big lesson. People don't buy just after you reply their first message. They watch and they see what the product is, they watch the content, ask you about it, and then move on with their life. And sometimes, out of desperation, a few of us just become pushy and ask them questions like, do you want to purchase this right now? We have this discount and offer going on. Do you want this right now? But that's where we go wrong. The last and the final step is going to be reflection. How did it go? My first campaign, I got 0 sales. But that did not dishearten me because I knew it was just the start. And as I started doing campaigns one after the another, slowly and steadily, people started trusting my products and started purchasing them. So no matter what the results are, you promise yourself that you will show up, not for anybody, but for yourself. Also, it is a very good idea to see what worked and what didn't. You can analyze the kind of posts that were popular this time or the kind of videos that got more views, the captions that got you sales, and the comments that people replied to, the messages that built that trust. All this data can be used to create the next set of 5-day campaign that we will do in the following month. Remember, business is always learn, adjust, and repeat. This is not a video for a big launch or your big sale or getting hundreds of leads in one day. This video is not a strategy video. It is just a video to help you get into the system and process to find good leads for yourself. This small little plan can be the building blocks of the business that you dream of creating. If this video was helpful, do subscribe because in the next video, we are going to talk about how you can use collaborations to boost your business. I know building a business is really tough. I know starting a system and process as a mom is even tougher. But trust me, but believe me, once you begin with it, it's just like a rolling wheel. In no time, you will reach the destination that you have dreamed of. and I know you've got this.